The DoorDash girl, Olivia Henderson, has been indicted. Yes, she had one job, drop off the food and leave, not start a whole documentary series. The customer literally said, leave it at the door. Somehow she heard, go inside, start filming, and ruin your life. She claims the door was wide open, but the Ring camera footage suggests otherwise. Yeah, the footage says that was a lie. Now here's where it gets crazy. She claims she was assaulted by a man who was unconscious. That's how crazy we've gotten in this world. The man is unconscious, and instead of turning around, walking away, and minding her own business, she claims assault by a man passed out, unconscious. Just let that one sink in for a second. Instead of calling the police, she grabbed her phone and went straight to TikTok. Hey guys, story time. TikTok took the video down. She posted it again. They took it down again. At that point, TikTok is like, we are trying to help you. TikTok is like, we're trying to help you. We are trying to help you. No, too stubborn. And just to make things worse, she didn't censor anything. She posted this man with his pants down and didn't even have the decency to censor it. So he's in his own home, passed out, unconscious, and he ordered food and told the delivery person to leave the food at the door. She had the nerve to record him passed out in his home. Now she says the door was open, but the Ring camera says that she pushed it open. Okay. In either case, she records him, posts it, and didn't even blur his unmentionables. She posted his naked body, his name, and the front of his house. Privacy? She never heard of it. She never heard of it. Only when it pertains to her. DoorDash saw this and said, yeah, you're done. Account gone. But they also banned the customer. Now, I hope they reinstated his account. Because what did he do wrong? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then she goes on a rant, not about the situation, but about not getting paid, which speaks to her intent. Because again, if she was assaulted and so traumatized, normally an assault victim goes to the police. They don't go to TikTok to post it and chat about it and make money off of it. Now, legally, here's what happened. So the incident happened October 12th, 2025, and she was arrested November 2025 by Oswego City Police. She was charged with 2 felonies, one for unlawful surveillance and one for disseminating that unlawful surveillance image. 2 felonies. She showed up to court December and pled not guilty, December 2025. The case got transferred over to county court, which is standard for felony cases in New York. Then everything went quiet for months, and who knows, maybe the district attorney had other cases they had to deal with that were more egregious or whatever. I don't know. But for months it went silent. It's like, being in between a Netflix series or something. We're just waiting. She's finally officially been indicted by a grand jury. Okay? And that's not the district attorney acting alone. That's everyday citizens reviewing the evidence and saying, yeah, this should go to trial. That's what a grand jury does. They decide if there's enough evidence to go to trial. And they said, yeah, there's enough. So she's been indicted by a grand jury. And again, same exact 2 felonies, nothing reduced, nothing watered down. And I am so happy that the DA did not drop any charges or lessen any charges. The same charges that she was arrested for, she's been indicted for. And that's what I'm talking about. Don't give her any breaks, because a lot of times they do. I'm so glad they didn't. Let the full weight of the law come down on this person, just like it would if the roles were reversed. Because we know what would have happened if the roles were reversed. If she was a man and the unconscious person was a woman, we know what would have happened. Okay? Especially if that man looked like me. Okay? So yeah, I want the full weight of the law coming down just like it would if the roles were reversed. Unbelievable. She's being represented by a public defender. That's all she has is a public defender. And the prosecution is being handled by the assistant district attorney. Her next court date is May 1st, 2025. And you know, we will be tuned in. We will be tuned in. So yes, this is moving forward as a full felony case. So you got 2 felonies and they're Class E felonies. And in New York, each Class E felony carries a potential prison sentence of 4 years. So she's looking at 8 years. Is she going to get that? Who knows? Probably not, unfortunately. But that's what she's looking at. Okay, but here's the part nobody's really talking about, the civil liability. Because honestly, the criminal side is probably not what people think. She's a first-time offender. She's probably not going to get the 8 years. Is likely going to end in a plea deal, maybe probation, maybe a short sentence, maybe community service type thing. The criminal case might end up being light, but the civil case, that's where things get very serious, because under New York civil rights law, section 52B, there's a private right of action for non-consensual dissemination of intimate images, otherwise known as revenge porn. Okay, you know what I mean. Revenge porn? Yes, that's what we're talking about here. And that this law is not just for exes. It's not just for like, oh, I was dating somebody and then they took my image. No, not just for exes. It applies to any situation where someone posts intimate images without consent. And that includes secretly recording someone and posting their unclothed body online, which is exactly what happened here and what Olivia Henderson did. And the evidence is so clear. Everybody has seen it. That first video she posted got somewhere around 30 million views. So this law allows for injunctive relief, meaning court orders to take things down, compensatory damages, paying for the harm caused, punitive damages, extra money as punishment, and attorney's fees. So yeah, this isn't small. When someone goes viral, including someone's name, their home, and intimate exposure, that's the kind of case that can bring in serious money. We're talking about potentially hundreds of thousands, even into the millions, which is average for this kind of thing. $500,000 in compensatory damages is not crazy in a case like this. $500,000 is not crazy in a case like this. It's not unheard of. Punitive damages could push that number way higher. So I need to find this guy and make friends with him. Hey, my dude, to the dude who's a victim in this case, listen, you shoot me a text or something, let's hang out, you know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that you're okay. I'm looking out for you. But seriously, I mean, look at what can happen. And that's just under one law, guys. That's just under one law. You can also stack on things like defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress. So now you're looking at a possible multi-million-dollar lawsuit here. And that is what could really ruin her financially, because you can walk away from a light criminal sentence. You don't just walk away from a massive civil judgment. And let's be honest, if the roles were reversed, people would have been calling this out immediately. But legally speaking, this situation fits that statute perfectly. So while the criminal case plays out, the real damage might come from the civil side. And at the end of the day, this whole situation could have been avoided. All she had to do was leave the food at the door and walk away. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. And I will be keeping you posted on what's happening with this case. So make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.